Welcome to English Language for SS1 at LightTech Academy. Today we study vocabulary, idioms and collocations. Part A. Idioms. What is an idiom? An idiom is a fixed expression whose meaning cannot be deduced from the literal meaning of its individual words. You must learn idiomatic expressions as whole units. Example: she let the cat out of the bag. This does not mean a real cat was in a real bag. It means she accidentally revealed a secret. WAEC regularly tests idioms by asking candidates to A. Explain the meaning of an underlined idiom in a passage. B. Choose the correct meaning of an idiom from 4 options, A, B/C/D. C. Use an idiom correctly in a sentence. Essential idioms for WAEC SS1, SS3, with meanings and Nigerian context examples. Idioms about difficulties and hard times. 1. Between the devil and the deep blue sea, in a situation where both options are bad, no good choice available. Example: when ASU called a strike, the students were between the devil and the deep blue sea. They could not pay private university fees, but they could not continue their education either. 2. Bite the bullet, to endure a painful or difficult situation bravely and stoically. Example: with the naira falling against the dollar, Nigerians had to bite the bullet and accept higher food prices. 3. In hot water, in trouble or in a difficult situation. Example: the local government chairman found himself in hot water after the auditors discovered missing funds. 4. Burning one's bridges, taking an action that makes it impossible to return to a previous situation. Example: by publicly criticizing the governor on social media, the civil servant had burned his bridges. He could never expect a promotion now. 5. Face the music, to accept the consequences of one's actions, especially unpleasant ones. Example: the EFCC arrested the minister, and he would finally have to face the music for years of alleged corruption. Idioms about deception and secrecy. 6. Let the cat out of the bag, to accidentally reveal a secret. Example: a classmate let the cat out of the bag about the surprise birthday party. 7. Pull the wool over someone's eyes, to deceive or trick someone. Example: the contractor pulled the wool over the government's eyes by submitting inflated invoices for work that was never done. 8. Blow the whistle on, to inform authorities about someone's wrongdoing, to expose corruption. Example: the EFCC received a tip after a brave civil servant blew the whistle on his director's fraudulent activities. 9. Turn a blind eye to deliberately ignore something wrong or illegal. Example: for decades, authorities turned a blind eye to illegal bunkering in the Niger Delta, allowing oil theft to flourish. Idioms about effort and success. 10. Burn the midnight oil, to stay up very late working or studying. Example: she burned the midnight oil for 2 weeks before her WAEC examinations. 11. Hit the nail on the head, to describe something exactly correctly, to identify the precise problem. Example: when the economist said that poor infrastructure was strangling Nigerian businesses, he hit the nail on the head. 12. Make ends meet, to earn just enough money to cover basic living expenses. Example: with petrol prices and food costs rising, many Lagos families struggle to make ends meet on a minimum wage salary. 13. Strike while the iron is hot, to act at the right moment when an opportunity exists. Example: Nigeria must strike while the iron is hot and invest in solar energy while global green financing is available. 14. Go the extra mile, to put in more effort than is required. Example: to get into a federal government university in Nigeria, students must go the extra mile in their preparation. Idioms about communication and speech. 15. Beat around the bush, to avoid getting to the main point, to speak evasively. Example: stop beating around the bush and tell us directly whether the scholarship was approved. 16. By the hand that feeds you, to act against or harm someone who helps you. Example: the senator accused the contractor of biting the hand that feeds him, after all the government contracts he had received. 17. Back up the wrong tree, to pursue the wrong course of action, to look in the wrong place. Example, if investigators believe the fraud started in the accounts department, they are backing up the wrong tree, it originated in the procurement office. Idioms with numbers or body parts. 18. Once in a blue moon, very rarely, almost never. Example, stable electricity in rural Nigerian towns occurs only once in a blue moon. 19. Cost an arm and a leg to be extremely expensive. Example, medical treatment at private hospitals in Lagos cost an arm and a leg, it is beyond the reach of most Nigerians. 20. Keep an eye on, to watch carefully, to supervise. Example, the headmaster asked the senior students to keep an eye on the junior boarders during prep time. 21. Give someone the cold shoulder, to deliberately ignore or snub someone. Example, after the political fallout, former allies gave the governor the cold shoulder at party meetings. Idioms about luck and fate. 22. Have a silver lining, every bad situation has some positive aspect. Example, although the factory closed, there was a silver lining, the land was sold and the workers received better than expected severance pay. 23. The last straw, the final problem in a series that causes someone to reach their limit. Example, the fourth ASU strike in 6 years was the last straw for many Nigerian parents who then enrolled their children in private universities. 24. Add fuel to the fire, to make a bad situation worse. Example, the government's decision to increase fuel prices during the rainy season only added fuel to the fire of public anger. Part B. Collocations. What is a collocation? A collocation is a pair or group of words that naturally and frequently occur together in a language. Native speakers use these combinations instinctively, they sound right together, even when other similar combinations are grammatically possible but sound unnatural. The key rule of collocations: grammar is necessary but not sufficient. A sentence can be grammatically correct but use the wrong collocation and sound unnatural to a proficient speaker. Types of collocations with examples. 1. Verb plus noun collocations, most common in WAEC. Fixed collocations, must be learned, changing the verb changes the meaning or sounds wrong. Make a decision, make a mistake, make progress, make an effort, make a speech, make an argument, make friends. Do homework, do research, do damage, do business, do harm, do good, do justice. Take notes, take action, take a break, take a photograph, take an exam, take advantage, take care, take responsibility. Have a meeting, have a conversation, have breakfast, have an idea, have fun, have a headache, have an accident. Keep a secret, keep a promise, keep calm, keep records. Pay attention, pay a visit, pay a compliment, pay a fine, pay respect. Break a record, break the law, break a promise, break the news. Nigerian WAEC context: the EFCC launched an investigation, not made an investigation, they broke the law, not cracked the law, she passed/sat her WAEC exam, both acceptable in Nigerian English context. 2. Adjective plus noun collocations. Heavy rain, heavy traffic, heavy workload, heavy sentence, in law. Strong argument, strong evidence, strong coffee, strong wind, strong opinion. Serious problem, serious crime, serious illness, serious consideration. Deep sleep, deep trouble, deep sorrow, deep respect. High standards, high temperature, high pressure, high expectations. Major problem, major concern, major achievement, major breakthrough. Warning: do not say strong rain, say heavy rain. Do not say big traffic, say heavy traffic. Do not say fat salary, say high salary, though fat salary is sometimes used colloquially in Nigerian English. 3. Adverb plus adjective collocations. Deeply committed, deeply concerned, deeply troubled. Heavily armed, heavily congested, heavily loaded. Highly qualified, highly recommended, highly significant. Seriously, seriously injured, seriously affected, seriously ill. Strongly, strongly disagree, strongly believe, strongly recommend. 4. Noun plus noun collocations, compound nouns that are frequently tested. Power cut, electricity supply, traffic jam, road construction, corruption scandal, exam fever, scholarship board, admission letter. Collocations commonly confused in Nigerian English. Correct, incorrect, common Nigerian error. Make a decision, not take a decision, though take a decision, is used in British English and sometimes acceptable in WAEC. Commit a crime, not do a crime. Sit/take an examination, write an exam is accepted in Nigerian English, WAEC accepts this. Acquire knowledge, not carry knowledge. Heavy traffic, not plenty traffic. Catch a cold, not get cold. Wound/injury was severe, not the wound was mighty. Widespread corruption, not plenty corruption. WAEC vocabulary exam tips. 1. Idioms. Learn the complete phrase and its exact meaning, not just the first word. 2. Use context clues in comprehension passages to identify idiomatic meanings you may not know. 3. Collocations. The most common WAEC test is, which of the following correctly completes the sentence? With a close synonym that has a different collocation. 4. Watch for preposition collocations. Interested in, not at, responsible for, not to in most cases, famous for, not of. 5. Common preposition collocations tested in WAEC. Accuse of, agree with /to, apologize for, arrive at /in, blame for, capable of, complain about, congratulate on, depend on, differ from, interested in, object to, proud of, responsible for, similar to, suffer from. Summary. Idiom, fixed phrase whose meaning is not equal to literal sum of its words, must be learned as a unit. Key idioms: burn the midnight oil, study late, in hot water, in trouble, face the music, accept consequences, blow the whistle, expose wrongdoing, turn a blind eye, deliberately ignore, last straw, final problem causing a limit, silver lining, positive in negative, cost an arm and a leg, very expensive. Collocation, words that naturally occur together, sound right even if alternatives are grammatically possible. Key verb collocations: make, decision/mistake/effort, do, homework/damage/good, take, action/note/responsibility, have, meeting/idea/accident, pay, attention/fine, break, promise/law/record. Adjective collocations: heavy rain, not strong, high salary, not fat, formal register, strong evidence, not powerful evidence in most WAEC contexts. Preposition collocations: interested in, responsible for, famous for, accuse of, depend on, learn these as fixed combinations. Powered by LightTech Academy. academy.lightech.com.ng. NECO-approved SS1 English Language.